On April 4th, 2024, Florida police arrived at a home in Marion County where a distressed father was worried that his late wife's family was trying to steal his daughter. That's when they uncovered a months-long plot hatched by the girl's aunt and grandmother.
Allison, the day of my brother, she told me if one of us, if I do not allow my daughter to go to this family.
Her sister.
I'm telling you, it's a sick family. They hit her. They abused her. They mentally abused her. They her up.
He is a terrible person. He is a piece of and now you are welcome to love him. He is your dad. But he has done terrible things. And when you defend him, it's like slapping me right in the face.
Oh!
He is so disrespectful.
Oh!
Where is your love for us?
Oh!
Where is your love for your mother?
We have an incredibly strong one for you guys here today. Now, what we are about to watch is a caring father fight tooth and nail, not just to provide for his daughter, but also to uncover something much more darker, much more sinister happening behind the scenes. Now, this is a family that has already been through a lot, all right? They buried a wife and a mother, and they're still trying to hold themselves together while her side of the family is actively trying to make it worse or harder for them in order to stay united. This is going to be a longer one, but trust me when I say this, guys, it'll be worth it at the end. So let's break this one down together. Without further ado.
On April 4th, 2024, Florida police arrived at a home in Marion County where a distressed father was worried that his late wife's family was trying to steal his daughter. That's when they uncovered a months-long plot hatched by the girl's aunt and grandmother to poison her against her father.
October 22, my daughter's mom went into the hospital with abdominal pains. Immediately she was induced. She got put into, comatose. She never came back after that. Ventilators, one organ failed after another.
Sorry for your loss.
That day, her sister had come up with this piece of paper, and it says it's a notarized legal document, right? Stating that she gives my daughter's mom's share of custody to her, which is illegal 100% all day long. It's the day she died. She was in a coma for 7 days. You don't wake up from a coma.
Were you married to?
We were separated. So she took this legal document. She went to Forest High School. She got put on as a guardian. This woman is now able to go do guardian things for my daughter. She then goes to the Social Security office, files to be the recipient for all the Social Security that my daughter gets from her passing. She then goes to my daughter's doctor and gets information released to her that does not belong to her. She records this and she shows this to my daughter and she tells my daughter what the doctor told her, blah, blah, blah. Well, then I get slapped when she comes here and she tells me in my kitchen, I procured $40,000 for Isabella. I'm going to give you 20 and I'm going to keep 20. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, you're going to get 20 to help raise Bella. I'm going to keep 20 to help Bella. I'm like, no, we're not. I was like, that's Bella's money. We're going to put this away. No. This is what we're going to use this to raise Bella, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we're not going to do anything. And she's like, well, I want partial custody of Bella. I'm like, no, you're not getting partial custody of my daughter. Well, I want to be able to pick her up from school. I want to be able to make medical decisions for her. I want to do that. I'm like, no, I'm not doing none of that.
Okay,
I'm not giving you any rights.
So what caused her to want to do that?
She immediately she's a Shakespeare soap opera queen. She used to date a sheriff. I can't remember what the heck his name was. But I guarantee you he would vouch that this woman is mentally insane.
What I'm saying, like, she just came up with it on her own, or
yeah, no,
did something happen?
Her and her mother. So my daughter's mom and her sister. So basically my daughter's niece and her grandmother. They devised this plan. Now,
did you guys not get along or anything at one point in time or any point in time?
I mean, of course we didn't get along, but it wasn't like one of those, I'm not going to hold it down, they're going to hold it down. But their name is just too big in the county. They're just too big of people. They're head honcho people, whatever, over there in the Marion County, Ocala. Okay, now what they're doing is devising a way to basically take my daughter away from me. Now, if any of you have kids, this is my daughter, my only child. I love her since the day she was born. Ain't never been a day apart. I've never missed a Christmas, never missed a birthday, down the road. I have my 50-50 custody, and it is ordered by the courts. It is magistrated, whatever you call it. That's not forgiving rights. I don't just die and give it to you. So they took me to court.
Who did?
Christina Oliva Kuhn, the aunt, took me to court.
Okay.
I hired a lawyer in Ocala, $5,000 within a week, done. Within 2-3 weeks, the lawyer says, I'm going to have to refer you out to somebody else because we can't handle it. Why? Because it's in the city, it's in the town. I hired somebody in the freaking town, which is my fault. So I had to outsource one. Then I found one out of town. It cost me another $12,000, plus another like $5,000. Now I'm in another one, so I'm already up another $2,000. I had to pay over $18,000 just to keep my child.
Own child.
And they finally slapped him and said, no, you can't take this man's child, blah, blah, court system, legal crap, everything's bull.
You got to think about how crazy crazy that this is and what type of terrible of a human being that you have to be to do this to a grieving family, to try to manipulate the state and the city and the courts in a way to act as if you were that child's mother is insane. Attempting to take custody away from her biological father. The degree of manipulation to squeeze this type of benefit out of a situation and monetary benefit as well is just a tragedy. Even looking at the timeline of this is something that the aunt was planning for a long time. And in fact, I think that they need to do further investigation as to why his wife passed away so suddenly. But the story is just getting started and it's only going to get worse from here. So let's keep watching. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now.
So right then and there, the court deemed you as the primary custodian, and you're the only one who has custodial rights to your daughter.
There's no shared percentage or anything like that? No, none whatsoever.
When was that?
That was in May 23.
Okay.
After that, Bella had been, she's a child. I understand it. You feed a child money, you feed them things that they want. They're going to try to veer your direction. They want to get what they want. I understand. It's just basically taking control over my kid. What's the word? However it is, they're persuading them this direction. So come September, 4 months later, they managed to get into the school. Now, I went to the school multiple times, and I informed them multiple occasions that this form that you have is not legitimate. Now, you didn't check this form. This form is not legal whatsoever.
Did you try talking to the SRO there at all?
I did. I've been there countless times. After being in there multiple times, they finally said, okay, she's off. She's not a guardian. She cannot access her Skyward. She can't access your data. Blah, blah, blah.
When was that?
That was actually before May. That was like January, February, when the court cases were progressing.
Okay, so even before it got finalized.
Yeah, I went in there and did all that.
You had that taken out.
Yeah, and then, they got the name in there. So when they say, I want to check out Isabella Price, let me see your ID. Obviously, they're not asking for IDs, but that's what they did. In there, if they would have looked it up, it would have said Christina with the red X, do not allow. And they still did it. They still allowed her to come there multiple times. And in the phone, she's been at that school countless times. And I went in there again recently and said, look, you can't be doing this. And they're like, blah, blah, blah. So then I talked to another head honcho. That guy was telling me that we can try to file and get her trespassed. I'm like, listen, I was like, you guys do whatever you got to do. She's got a red X on here. She's not a guardian. She can't come in here and ask for my daughter. She's done this on multiple occasions, and she's given my daughter a secret cell phone, cash full of money, or wallets full of money, multiple items, shoes, clothes, this
all
and
the
that,
manipulation
all
tactics.
of it's in the text messages. I got your mom's wedding rings. These are for you. I'm having them appraised. You got lots of money. Don't worry, your dad's getting $1,600 Social Security, plus I'm putting away money for you, so you're going to be rich. You'll never have to work. Like, just crap like this is going on in this phone. So they did this in September. 7 months goes by. March 7th comes. I find all this out. I come straight home because the school called me and said she's skipping class. So I go in there. I come home and I'm asking her, you been skipping class? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, she's lying to me, blah, blah. I'm asking about her grades. I already have the proof. I have her failing grades. I have her missed assignments. I have her skipping class. So she lied to me, bald-faced lied. I'm like, it's that easy. Emptied her backpack. Right when I got home, took her door off the hinges. I took her phone. I took her PlayStation. I took her computer.
Everything you're talking about now is recent?
Yeah, this is March 7th.
This March?
Yeah.
Okay.
March 7th. Took everything from her, contacted my niece, found out she had a secret phone, came back, got the secret phone, sat out back, going through it, find out that I come inside, daughter's missing. I'm like, where's my daughter at? Called in, asked where my missing daughter, she's over there with some other sheriffs or something like that, with this crazy lady. I'm going through this phone, and I'm just like flabbergasted. I haven't even read all. There's messages messages. There's messages with Chrissy. There's messages with Penny. There's messages with group messages, and there's a ton of private. Let me talk on FaceTime. I don't want to, we don't want to implicate ourselves. Make sure you're watching out for cameras. Don't worry, they can't take this phone. Make sure they don't know about this phone. Blah blah blah. This is March 7th. Let's jump back to 22 when her mom. The phone was in her mom's name. She took my daughter's phone and put it on her account. How? I don't know. So she put this phone on her account. So now she has possession of this phone. It's her phone now, right? It's not my daughter's phone. It's her phone.
This phone did at one point in time belong to your daughter.
It was my daughter's phone, but it was from her mom was paying for it. Allison was paying for it.
And then so
when she passed away, she took the phone. And I was already in the process of telling her that I'm trying to get this phone because what do we have on our phones? Pictures, history. I've got all this love from my mom. I got everything in this phone, recorded videos, me and my mom, blah, blah, blah. She found out that I'm going to transfer the phone, so she took the phone. I told her, you're not doing that. You don't have custody of my child. You're not taking rights over my child. You're not getting my child's phone. She took it. So I couldn't take that phone. I had to get her a new phone. So I went to the phone store, and the second I got in that phone store, and she found out, she locked that phone down. Wouldn't allow nothing to happen. So we couldn't transfer none of her family history with her mom. Nothing out of that phone. Every bit of it was locked in there. Bella has to start from scratch. She has no memories of her mom whatsoever. Get her.
Imagine trying to be a father of a high school age daughter and you have another component of the family that is manipulating her, blocking the father from properly fathering, giving her an out for her bad behavior, constantly coddling her, telling her that she's never gonna have to work, right? Like just putting all of this information into a child's mind, which, if the child is looking at it, they're like, well, do I want to go to dad's house where I'm going to get structure, order, right? I'm going to have to listen and pay attention in school. Or do I want to go to auntie's house who lets me roam free, gives me secret phones, and Lord knows what else type of activity is happening over there. 9.9 times out of 10, a child not knowing the long-term implications of the short-term decision-making is going to choose the easier route, the easier option. But no rules, no structure, and no boundaries, especially when it's being officiated by a manipulative person, is exactly what can make these situations so dangerous. But right now, we're going to hear more information about the deceased wife/mother, which is going to make this a lot more interesting.
The phone, I got the other phone because it was her phone. They're calling the cops on me, trying to have me arrested because I have their phone. They're trying to report the phone stolen. I have multiple messages. You don't give us the phone today, we're reporting it stolen, you're going to be arrested, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, take the phone. I don't care about the phone. This phone has jumped to now, March 7th. They haven't been asked for the phone one time. They know that. They know there's something wrong. They know that there's something now that they can't call it in and say our phone is stolen or this man won't give us our phone back. And I've seen some in here.
Your daughter now has a new phone that you just bought her.
Yeah, it's over a year old.
So the phone that she has now, is that separate from a phone that I'm hearing about that the aunt got her?
Yeah, no, they took the phone that they had reported stolen,
gave it back to her.
and gave it back to her in September. After May.
So now she has two phones.
Yeah.
And where are both phones?
That's what makes me even more angry because I set her phone up on screen time. You want to, keep your kids regulated.
You gotta watch
that they do their things, be responsible. And I'm noticing, I'm like, wow, she's only doing 3 or 4 hours a day. Like, that's incredible for my child.
Right.
Not 15, 16 hours plus on a secret phone.
Well, the secret phone being the original phone.
Yeah.
So where are both phones?
I got the secret phone here and the other phone's in my safe too. I just pulled this one out.
Right. So when did you find it that the original phone was given back?
Sat out back and went to a conversation with Penny and scrolled all the way to the top and started from the beginning.
Penny is your niece, her cousin?
It'd be her grandmother.
So she told you, Penny?
Penny? No. I just opened the text message between her, my daughter, and
No, I'm saying, how did you find out that this phone was given?
this out because when I got home after the whole schooling thing,
Right.
and she lied to me, I walked next door and called my niece and said, Jaden, tell me what's going on with Isabella. Both of them lying to me. Eventually, she finally tells me she got a secret phone. And I came back and said, Isabella, I did a $300 cellular search up in my house. It says there's another phone in my house. Now I've got a metal detector. You can give it to me, or I'm going to find it.
And this was last
There you
month.
go, March 7th.
She had it in her bra?
Yep, I had it in her bra for 7 months.
And your niece, that's her cousin?
Yeah, that's Bella.
She lived nearby?
Lives in Ocala.
Okay.
And that's the aunt's daughter, correct?
That's my sister's daughter now, not her.
Okay.
But she knew about her having this phone. And how close are they?
They're real close. That's the problem. Is
They're going to stick up for each other. regardless.
yes, she's also my niece is also my money wise.
So this is all just because your wife's sister wants custody of her.
Yes. She's William Shakespeare and a female. The most dramatic, godforsaken, evil, manipulated person on this planet. She her body so bad in her life that she can't have children.
So
the grandparents are taking me to court because they're filing for grandparents' visitation rights.
But why are they not allowed to see Isabella?
Because they're evil, because they're manipulative, because they do nothing but try to buy and deceive you. They're teaching my daughter how to lie and bold-faced deceive a person in the living flesh, especially your own father. What they do is control you. They give you nice cars. They give you your cell phones. They give you houses. They give you money. They give you credit cards. If you don't act accordingly, it's all gone.
How long were you split up for?
Oh, years. We separated when my daughter was 3.
So you guys were not in a relationship no more when she passed?
No, we were best friends.
Okay.
Me and Allison were best friends.
Gotcha. So if she had said something to her family that you're not aware of that caused them to react like this?
This one?
No, Alice.
No. Allison, the day of my brother died, she told me if one of us, I do not allow my daughter to go to this family.
Her sisters.
I'm telling you, it's a sick family. They sit her. They abused her. They mentally abused her. They her up. Both of those girls are up. Allison, unfortunately, was the stronger one. She was able to succumb, be a real person, be a genuine person, a loving person. Chrissy, on the other hand, she spiraled it the whole backwards way. I've seen her try to commit. We've had to pull her out of pools on 40, infested with green algae, and who the hell knows is inside this water because she's trying to herself.
How old is she now?
That's what you got to do. 15. She'll be 16 in July.
Will we be able to talk to her?
Yeah.
All right, so now you guys have great context into seeing the relationship that his daughter has with him and as well as what his daughter has with the aunt's family. And it's something that I thought of earlier is that the aunt probably can't have children of her own, doesn't have a man of her own. So she wants her niece to effectively be her daughter while also getting benefits from the state. I also thought it was interesting that Allison, who is the deceased wife/mother, saying she would never want her daughter with the family as well. And I mean, that's hearsay. That's what he's saying, but we'll go with it for right now. But the father at this point is extremely believable in the way that he's detailing this story. And I love to see the degree of persistence on the cop's face as they listen to the story. And you could tell that they're listening because they're actually following this large family with, it sounds like there's nieces older than his daughter, right? Like it's actually pretty confusing, but they're getting it. But also the way that he's speaking about this situation puts front and center his role within his daughter's life and how much that his daughter means to him. So just think about it for a second. If the daughter was able to be manipulated with this much love coming from the father, think about how easy it is when the father has less of a connection to the child. And if it wasn't for his current efforts, this young girl would grow up spoiled, entitled, privileged, and one day regret that she ignored the structure that her father tried to put in place. Now, coming up next, we're going to listen to what the daughter has to say about all this.
After hearing the father's insane story, officers spoke with his teenage daughter, Isabella. They had reason to believe everything he had told them. They only wanted to see if Bella would corroborate the story.
Your dad's made us aware of some stuff that's going on with your cell phone that's come into question. Where did that cell phone come from?
Her. When my mom passed away, she was gonna get me a new phone like right before she passed away. Like she was literally talking about it. In September, she brought it to me because I was blocking them on the phone that my dad gave me because it was hectic and him and my grandma would get upset if I would talk to him. And
was blocking them a decision that you made, or?
It was recommended that I block my aunt, but not like my mom's mom. So my aunt's mom, my grandma. So it was like they were like, don't block her, but I would recommend you block Chrissy because she's insane. And she kind of was for a little bit. I walked over to my grandma's house, my mom's mom, and then I got in trouble because I walked over there without someone's permission. My dad put restrictions on my phone and was upset that I was talking to them, but I wasn't talking to them at that time really. I just showed up at their house and they weren't there. They were on a cruise. I didn't know that. So I was expecting to see them, but I didn't. And I wasn't even texting them really at that time. I figured since he would be checking my screen time limit and stuff, he might check my messages. So I was like, well now, if I'm in contact with them, I'm going to get in trouble. That's really how I felt. And I'm not sure if that's how it would have been, but that's how I felt. For a while, all they did was just talk bad about my dad. And I was like, I don't really want to deal with this. So I would block them for that reason. Then when it started getting a little bit nicer and they were nicer to me, my dad and grandma, like his mom, still weren't a fan of me talking to them or being around them or being like in contact with them, even just them being unblocked. They didn't really like it because they knew my aunt was going to say something. Like, I don't know if they meant them as in her mom and her, but definitely my aunt. They were like, we don't really want you having contact with her. She's like crazy. I blocked them both because they're talking about it with my dad, and then I unblocked them, whatever, like I said.
What was the reason to bring you the phone?
So that I could stay in contact with them. That was her reason for it. That's what she told me. And I was like, fine. Like, I didn't really use that phone for anything else, but I had contact with them. They wanted me to come over for Christmas. And I was saying, he's never going to let me do that. He's never going to let me go over. So I would ask sometimes, and he would be like, no, you can't go over for Christmas. And I was like, okay, whatever, I tried. But they were like, you're not trying. He's keeping you hostage. And he would say a bunch of bad stuff about him. And, like, I can't really, like, they're like, oh, he's controlling. He's not a good parent. Like, my aunt really does get in my head. Like, she changes my opinion on my dad, like, a lot. Like, my whole life, that side of the family has never really liked my dad that much. Nobody will give me an answer because they will say, no, we love your dad. But then he'll say, oh, no, they hate me. They've always been out to get me. And they've always harassed him in the past. And this was before I was born because my parents have known each other since they were like 12. From the start, she was telling me, don't leave, like, don't run away. And she would cuss with them, she would kind of say, oh, yeah, you should. And then she would say, no, don't do that, that's kind of dumb. And then she would say, but as a joke, I guess she would say, just leave. But I didn't take that joke seriously. I just left because that's how I felt, like what I felt I needed to do because I was just so guilty and I felt so bad.
The one time that you left home, you said that was your decision, that was something that you do. Has she ever convinced you to do something that you probably shouldn't have done, like leave or meet her somewhere whenever you weren't supposed to, even if it didn't work?
I think she's kind of said stuff like that, but I couldn't really tell if it was a joke or not, so I would like laugh about it or something. Like, I want to say she did, but it sounded more like a joke than anything else.
Is there any reason
it's manipulation
to not be with your dad?
I don't believe so.
Is there any concern for your safety at any point in time?
Yeah.
Other than the cell phone, has your aunt ever given you anything else or done anything else with you recently that your father wouldn't approve of?
She hasn't done anything with me, but I think the only thing he wouldn't approve of is her bringing me gifts. He brought me a pair of Crocs. He didn't like it. I still have them. He hasn't done anything with them.
Now, has she been trying to communicate with you through your boyfriend as well?
At school recently, she's been trying to text him. I tried to tell my dad this today because he's freaking out about it. My aunt has been texting him and telling him, tell her to call me, what's her Apple, like iCloud info and whatever. And I'm like, I'm not talking to her, I'm not going to call her. Don't tell her I'm not going to call her. Tell her I don't want to be in contact with her. Tell her all this stuff. And I don't know if he's told her, but I've been saying I don't want to be in contact
with your boyfriend?
Yeah. Okay. I've told him to block her and not be in contact with her, but I don't really know. I don't like check on him like that. Like, I'm not up in his business, and I don't see him that much.
When would you say that you kind of came to that realization that she's trying to manipulate you?
It was like right after it happened. I went to go stay with my grandma for a few days, and that's when it kind of started hitting me. And then I went on a trip with my dad's friend because he thought it would be good to get away and talk to someone that isn't family. So I went with her down to her mom's house by like a beach or something, and we talked for a majority of the time. It was like 3 days.
That would be hard to explain for somebody to even understand. Then just say they're a bad person, but it would be hard to explain that context of what's going on for someone to understand.
It is really complicated to go
sounds
through.
complicated.
It's like a long story. It's been like 2 years of just harassment from them. And I hate saying that because they still are my family. I will always love them, but they do harass my dad a lot. And they always have.
Bella
Hook, line, and sinker, baby. Shout out to Bella. All right. The chickens are about to come home to roost because she corroborated literally everything that the father was saying about this crazy ass aunt and the family. But it's also good to see that she recognizes their manipulation, but not so much that she's willing to lie in a way that'll get the father in trouble. But she tells the truth to the extent that the aunt will have to be held accountable. And this would have not been possible if the father was not fighting the mental battle for his daughter for these past several years. Because if he wasn't constantly saying something or challenging her time with the crazy ass aunt, then the well poisoning that the aunt was doing would have won. But now we're getting ready to get to the best part of the story. Sweet accountability. Let's proceed.
Love them, but they do harass my dad a lot, and they always have.
Bella confirmed everything her father said. Auntie Christina and Grandma Penelope were clearly master manipulators with a tight grip on her for months.
I don't know if anybody's gonna go through every detail of it. but right now there is enough evidence where it looks like we can act on it.
There's one more thing here.
Do not text me defending him ever again. Do you hear my voice? I will not hear it. He is a terrible person. He is a piece of shit. And now you are welcome to love him. He is your dad. But he has done terrible things. And when you defend him, it's like slapping me right in the face.
Oh!
It is so disrespectful.
Oh!
Where is your love for us?
Oh!
Where is your love for your mother? Where is your love for your family?
How can you do this to a girl?
All we've
Look.
done is try to be there for you. How dare you?
That's just a tiny piece. There's probably 20 minutes of that.
The degree of manipulation here is simply insane, and if it wasn't for her just being a perpetual clown loser, she might have had some decent acting skills.
Auntie Christina and Grandma Penelope would text her things like, piss him off so he'll kick you out. Keep telling him you want visitation with us. That makes him mad. Tell him how much you miss and love us. That will send him over the edge. And start sneaking out, or whatever you can think of. The women also told her only to use her secret phone to contact them and to delete any messages so there wouldn't be any evidence. Thankfully, she didn't.
I'm sorry. I mean,
Nope.
waiting.
You're okay.
No trouble. What happened?
Are you Miss Christie?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're Isabella's aunt?
Yes. Where is she?
She's fine. She's at home with her dad.
Okay. Why are
Look
you
at the drama already.
It's so late.
We come when we get the call.
Oh, you got a call. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I being?
So I got to talk to you about the case that I'm working.
Am I being charged with a crime?
I got to talk to you.
Can I get my phone? I would just like to record the conversation.
Okay, we're
Recording.
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 Okay. I'm gonna get my phone. I'll be right back.
You don't need your phone to record it.
I know, but I would feel better.
We're recording.
Okay. Good. I'll be right back. What? The police are here. I don't know, Mom. They haven't told me yet, but they're reading my rights. It's my mom.
Can you get out the phone for us and talk to us, please?
Mom, I gotta go. I've never, ever, ever been questioned about anything ever in my life. I'm very concerned. Her dad hates me. So,
Okay.
it makes me really nervous, that's all.
So what's going on between you
I don't
and...
even know what that means. There's a lot that goes on. My sister,
Yes.
really unexpectedly, about a year and a half ago, and she lived with me for a little bit.
And I'm sorry for your loss.
And he came and got her when he found out how much her Social Security was. That's the truth, because she lived with me until then. And she ran away about a month ago. She called me immediately. I went to the police immediately as soon as she ran away. I don't know. That's what's going on. I miss her a lot.
Did she call before or after she actually ran away?
She went to a neighbor. She just walked down a dirt road. I didn't talk to her at all about it. She wanted that phone back because it had all her mom's pictures and videos and stuff. That's why she got that phone back. That's it. I mean, she had no pictures, no videos. She doesn't help her keep anything from her mom. That's why she got it.
Which that's apparently why her dad wanted to keep that phone in the first place, but then there was apparently a disagreement or something. You ended up getting the phone back, and then Isabella ended up...
He wouldn't let us talk to her. That's why he disconnected the phone.
And then, so how did she end up getting the phone back?
I don't remember exactly how she got the phone back. It's been a long time.
Do you remember where you gave the phone back to her at?
I don't think I was the one that gave it back to her. I don't think it was been a long time since that
Oh,
phone
she's
was even
such a
playing, to be
liar.
honest with you.
Who do you think is the one that gave her the phone back?
I'd have to talk to my family. I really would. I don't know. There's a lot of us with a huge family.
So how would you categorize...
I'd like for you to tell me what I've done wrong. I'd like for you to get to that part because I'm very anxious.
Well, we need information from you to,
No, I'd like to
add
know-
to the story.
I don't want to give you ammo. I don't want to say anything wrong.
I'm not...
Give me those sweet tears. Oh, they just feed my soul. They give me the fuel to continue to do this much needed work. Give them to me. Even though I know that this is acting, drama, crocodile tears. Still though, it's just tasty. You know what I'm saying? Like a steak from a high-end steakhouse cooked medium, like just perfection. Let's go.
Incriminate me.
I'm not going to show you my hand. And
Then I can't show you mine. I need an attorney present.
Well, then you're going to just be arrested.
Why?
Yep.
What are you arresting? Please don't arrest me.
do not
I
step
have
away from
birds.
me.
I have birds.
What?
I can my birds away.
Birds?
Please don't arrest
Where's
me.
your husband?
He's at work. He's a firefighter.
Okay.
Please don't arrest me. Please don't arrest
So,
me. I'm a doctor. I practice psychiatry. I work with kids.
You are going to be placed under arrest for interfering with child custody.
What have I done? I haven't done that.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I promise I haven't done that.
You have.
I'll talk. I don't want to be arrested.
But it
Please
will
don't
give you
arrest
the
me.
opportunity to give your side of the story.
Please don't arrest me.
Yes, arrest her.
Please don't
Once you
arrest
stopped,
me.
we're
Yeah.
done.
I'm not sure if you were ever actually
I
recording.
can't. Please don't arrest me.
Arrest her.
Please. I haven't done anything wrong.
In the slammer you go.
Yes, please. I work with children. I'm a doctor. I practice psychiatry. Mike, I'm being
How
arrested.
ironic.
Mike, I need help for something with Bella interfering with child custody. Matt's having me arrested right now. They're at the house. They had me in handcuffs. Mike, I need help.
Whoa.
The officer's right here. They came to ask me questions, and I answered what I felt comfortable answering, and they told me they wouldn't tell me why they were here.
It's not.
No, they said that I had to give them answers. They wouldn't tell me why I was being arrested or what I was in trouble for. They wouldn't tell me anything. And so I told them, well, I don't know if I'm going to incriminate myself. Like, I need an attorney. And they said, well, then you're under arrest.
How are you?
I have no idea. They have not told me.
Explain to him that you need him to take care of the birds.
He's a firefighter, City of Gainesville. No one can take care of the birds. They're on the patio. I can't leave my birds. I have 2 conures. I can't leave them out tonight. It's too cold. They'll die.
They need to go in a cage.
They have a cage in the house, in the living room, in my bedroom. Please. My mom is here.
Can your mom handle the birds?
Yes,
No,
she
absolutely
can.
not. They bite.
You're not really leaving me with a lot of options here.
I have to put them away myself. They bite. They do.
We can put it.
I'm under arrest.
We can put the handcuffs in front of you.
Okay.
Would that work?
Interfering with child custody.
Wait. Why is she getting arrested?
Interfering with child custody.
I don't even know what the does that mean? How are you interfering? What have you done?
Right.
You haven't done anything.
They won't tell me.
There's a slew of things that she's done, sir. She's been going to the school when she doesn't need to be. She's gave
Forging
Isabella a
papers.
phone in order to contact her. That phone was taken from her and then sneaking of giving it back to her at the school, and has been in contact with her, talking her
Look at her
into
face.
running away, and then she wound up running away, and so forth and so forth. We've got text messages, we got voicemails, we got a slew of things. Your wife is calling
woman's
her
like,
boyfriend
yeah, you
to
did
talk
that.
to Isabella because she can't get a hold of Isabella.
Sorry?
At this point, she needs to
Her lawyer
leave it
will file
alone
for
until
what's called a
this
notice of
matter is
discovery,
done. Otherwise, she's
in
going to
which
keep
they will
adding
get
more stuff
everything
to
that
the
the state
file.
is providing.
Her lawyer.
Yes. The body cam
So-
footage
I have
that
a baby.
report-
I'm about
That's
to
the
have.
best I can give you right now.
I'm about to
But we're
have.
gonna, so at this point,
Be fine.
I'm figuring out.
Consequences. Sorry.
Is her mom there?
yes,
Yes,
she just got
I
here.
am.
She's here
I
now.
am, Mike.
But the one thing that I want to stress the most with this is
Just do what
she
you need
needs
to do.
to
Do what you need
back
to do.
off of Isabella
devastated.
altogether until this is done.
There's no surprise. This is no surprise.
Her dad is her dad. Her family is her family.
They have a case against
I
him.
know.
There's
Yeah,
no
DC
concern
I
for her
know.
safety.
Don't worry. Stop.
Isabella is fine, so there is no need for everything to
She's
go
not
on
fine.
this
No,
way.
that's the thing.
I know.
We
DC
talked to
has got it.
Isabella individually by herself.
She's fine.
You have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Stop.
He doesn't.
Shut your mouth.
He doesn't understand
We have
why
a
we
court
had to
case
go for
going on
guardianship.
right now.
I think there might be some stuff you may not be aware of, that there's voicemails that she left Isabella,
Look at-
berating Isabella for sticking up for
Look
her
at-
dad
look at-
and calling her
She's
dad a
smiling.
piece of shit, and really talking extremely bad about her dad to her, which is also a mental torment.
Which
Yes.
is done
Um,
vice versa.
And
Same thing holds
you know,
true.
and but
Mike,
the thing
you're
is,
being
he's-
recorded.
but-
Anything you say to this cop.
I believe this woman is her mother. Ma'am, you created a loser through probably your own loser activity. You are probably just as much as a Shakespearean actress as what your daughter is. She's a 37-year-old looking 57-year-old loser. They don't cry like this when they perpetrate evilness. They only cry when they face consequences.
It's
It's
her
going to be used
dad.
against me.
It is a mess.
Oh my God.
much this is
I'm
where
going
we're
to
at.
throw up.
So a third
Good.
degree felony may hold her over until she has to see the judge in the
Felony
morning.
serious.
What in the world, guys? What are you doing? You
So
think I
it-
just see
it,
patients?
Just listen to him.
do me a
Please
favor.
listen to him.
I'm trying to help
You're
you.
not in jail enough.
Okay, hold on.
You're
Hold
not
on.
in
Hold on.
jail.
Before you come out of those handcuffs and go to the front, you're going to calm down. Okay? Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you with your birds. But the moment that changes, it's done. We're leaving.
Where's my
What
violin?
am I doing wrong?
Calm down.
I'm the one going to jail. It's terrifying.
We're animal lovers,
I'm
so
terrified.
But we're not going to put ourselves at risk
I'm not going
at
to
the
hurt
situation.
you. I would never
I'm not
hurt
saying you're going to hurt me. I don't know what you're going to
I
do.
would never do anything.
So, are you going to be able to calm down to go
course.
handle your animals?
Of course.
Okay, so we're going to put the handcuffs to the front
Mom, I never hurt
and
anyone.
let you go
Listen
take
to
care
him.
of your animals.
Stop. We're going to get through this.
Of course we are. I've been spinning in jail. Are you spinning in jail? This is terrifying. I'm terrified.
We got
they won't
this.
even let me take my medicine.
We got this.
Do me a favor.
I'm going to jail.
Stand here at my back time. Give me a second to put the phone away.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, give me
my
those
God.
tears, baby.
Oh my God.
Yes,
I'm so scared to go
yes.
to jail. Oh, I don't,
Good.
I don't want to go.
Good.
Oh my God.
Perhaps the fear that you're now feeling will make you think twice before perpetrating a crime. Now the whole world gets to see the succulent tears running down your face as we all point and laugh at you for being a demon. You F around and you will find out. And this goes for the man as well as the man's daughter. But don't y'all leave just yet. There's more. Let's go.
I did want to ask, because I can't remember, was it dad who said this or daughter who said that she pretended to be mom whenever she was
The dad said that.
Okay.
Oh, the daughter said that too?
Felt that was what allowed her to go out there so much.
Okay. I can tell you it's going to be a long PC. Yeah. I'm not going to disrespect you by pretending like I haven't seen some of those text messages.
You can say whatever you want. You haven't seen it.
Yeah, he's seen receipts.
Let your lawyer get to the bottom of it. One step at a time, you'll be all right.
Christina was arrested on April 4th and charged with interfering with the custody of a minor. Days later, an officer reviewed a recorded jail phone call where Grandma admitted, "I told her to effing run away. I'll admit it." The officer also noted that out of the 4,500 messages he reviewed, there was not one single mention of Isabella stating anything about how she may be in danger or suffering from abuse. That gave police probable cause to confront Penelope at her home on April 28th.
Miss Penelope, I'd like to talk with you for a moment, if you don't mind. I'm here to talk to you about your daughter's case and, more importantly, your involvement in it, sir.
Okay, just stop, okay? They want to ask me some questions about the case.
The original case that I worked,
Yes,
I collected the phone that Isabella had. So I held onto the phone, I submitted it for a search warrant and everything. I got the search warrant back. The night that Christina was arrested, she obviously made a handful of phone calls to you, to her husband, and all that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I was there.
I listened to those messages. So our whole thing with this whole case is the back and forth where Matthew is saying that he doesn't like you, and you guys saying that you don't like him. That's not why we're out here. You guys have a right to not like him. He has a right to not like you.
I'm not saying I dislike Matt, okay?
Well, dislike what's going on. Is that fair?
Okay.
There are statements made to encourage Isabella to run away.
Okay.
Okay. In the jail phone calls, you said, "I told her to run away. I'll admit it."
Okay, when Bella was here, Bella, first of all, has snuck to our house many, many times. She snuck to the parade to meet us and all that. Bella, over and over again, has said, "I don't want to live with my dad." She wants help.
She's 16.
It's not that we're encouraging her to run away. You got to do something different, so to speak. But we've also encouraged her, whatever you do, you have to. We can't keep her. We know we can't keep her. My attorney has said that before. If Bella runs away, we have to take her to law enforcement. I mean, we're not keeping her and encouraging her to do that.
After she ran away, somebody called us and said, "Hey, we have Isabella." Where the issue is, the statute is very specific. It's facilitating a juvenile running away, aiding a juvenile running away, and it even narrows it down to enticing, which more or less means encouraging a juvenile to run away.
Yep.
So what I heard on the jail phone call piqued my interest. I saw not one, but 5 remarks or statements, or however you want to put it, where you tell her to leave home. The first one being is she's talking about how bad things are at her house, and you texted her saying, "Have you considered sneaking out?" with a question mark. There were 2 other text messages where she was just talking about other stuff going on with her dad, and you said, "Come on over." That's you initiating the conversation of running away and being a delinquent. There was another one where Christina had said that we just decorated the tree, and she might have, Isabella might have said something along the lines of, "Wish I could be there," and you said, "It's time to break out, Santa won't mind." Something along the lines of it's time to break out.
Look at
Santa
the
won't mind.
look at the man
messages
behind
on my
her, like
computer.
what?
I'm going based off of memory, but that's essentially what they say.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm not saying it's initiating, but you're saying.
In those conversations, I read them from before that statement was
What
made
would you
and
call
after,
it?
just to see if
Okay.
something might have been taken out of context.
Okay.
She's not saying anything about running away, and then you're saying either come over or have you tried sneaking out?
That's because her
or-
grandmother lives right there.
Uh-oh.
And that's what she was doing, was running away from her grandmother's house here.
Now, if this self-snitching moron hadn't learned anything from her telling on herself on the jail call, is that she should probably remain silent, but here she goes continuing to implicate herself. I'm happy that she is, by the way. I'm just saying, morons be doing moron things. Let's go.
supposed to be with you.
Is there anything that says you can't be?
Her father. The way that you were going about it
Right.
was a very stealthy way, a very sneaky way of doing it.
Okay.
And ultimately not the correct way of going about doing it. Unfortunately, you are going to have to go to jail tonight.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to be rude to you. I'm not going to cuff you. I'm not going to
disrespect you or anything.
Give her some shoes.
I need to get dressed. This is my pajamas.
She goes through.
You can come with me.
I can't
We can
allow you
take
to
the dog.
be separated from me. So
I don't know. I
Come with
don't heard
me.
undress.
You
Anybody
can
do
come with
that?
me.
I'm not going to stand there while you disrobe me.
I don't care.
Okay. I have no frame of
I do.
reference. I wasn't. I didn't work this
You can
side
turn
too.
your fit,
So
but I gotta get. I'm
I
in
can't hear back in.
pajamas.
I can't do that. You can grab a pair of shoes. You can grab something to put over
You
it.
want to come with me, grab a pair of shoes?
That's fine.
In the end, both Christina Olivia and Penelope Wingo were arrested and charged with interfering with the custody of a minor.
The lesson is simple here, but extremely poignant, right? Extremely heavy. This is what fatherhood will look like if it's being tested. Unfortunately, the reality is that many men undergo some sort of test, albeit this one is extraordinary because the child's mother is now deceased. But if you take this back to the beginning of the video and you watch the father's behavior, he acted well in this pressure-filled environment. He could have gotten loud. He could have, done the crocodile tears. He could have gotten irrational. He could have gotten emotional, but he held tight. He stuck to the receipts that he had. He walked through his story. He stayed present. He documented everything. And he inevitably fought for his child even when his back was up against the wall and had all of these bad actors against him. It may have been easier for him to walk away within this situation. And there's some times where there's a choice there of peace versus a fight. But because of his love for his daughter, he stuck with the fight. There was not a single doubt within my mind that 10 years from now, 5 years from now, the daughter would inevitably thank her father for the amount of effort that he put in, for the amount of love that he's shown through the persistence of what seems like a losing battle. And these stories continue to remind me that at the point that a child is here, being a father is not optional. You are not just a provider that is a walking ATM that can just dish out money. You are the final line when it comes to structure, when it comes to rationale, when it comes to truth, and as well as protection in your child's life. When that role is removed or undermined, toxicity and chaos fills the gap. Children will not select what is best for them. They will select what is easiest, what provides the most dopamine in the short term. That's why masculine leadership is irreplaceable in a child's life. Anyway, guys, drop me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me with the amazing content that we find and bring forth to really drive the lessons through the virality, all right? And shout out to Aura for sponsoring this video. The more that I do videos in regards to crazy people doing crazy things or manipulating things, the more that I think that it is important that your private information is not on these public websites. Ensure that you use my link down in the description box down below to see if your information is currently exposed. Shout out to Aura for sponsoring this video. And I think that's all that I got for you guys. Until next time, peace.
You is ratchet as they come, rainbow weaves and batwing lashes, weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back and said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad.